Alright, evening everybody, this is Anthony again from Airsoft, and today we're going to talk about all the different types of guns you can use to become a marksman or a sniper. So we're going to talk about spring guns, gas guns, Aegs, and obviously everybody's new favorite, the Polarstar. So what we're going to start off is we're going to start talking about spring guns. So the big thing about a spring gun is that of all of them, they are the cheapest entry-level gun. So if you just were starting out, they're cheap. And even with dumping lots of upgrades in them, they still don't pass up a lot of the other options on the table. So they're more cost effective overall. They're generally really consistent. They function well in the cold, which, say, like if you were to go to a different platform like a gas gun, you'd have some issues. The big thing about it is there's only a handful of different types of models, so you're kind of stuck with certain looks. So if that's something that you're into, like with only bolt action guns, you know, that's something you could do. Moving on from there, you could talk about gas guns. Gas guns are generally also pretty consistent. They offer a little bit more realism, because unlike a spring gun, you don't have to wrench the bolt back in order to cock the gun. So they're generally more realistic, they're a little bit more fluid. And most of the gas guns typically have a more realistic mag placement. The thing with spring guns is that they typically have an unrealistic mag placement, so it's something to keep in mind. Next we're going to talk about Aegs. The big thing about Aegs is variety. So with an Aeg you're going to get more body styles, you're going to get more upgrades, you're going to get more parts, you're going to get more magazines. If you're good at teching, you'll have the ability to downgrade it for certain areas or upgrade it as you see fit. You're going to have basically more options. You're also going to get a big thing which is going to separate you from being a bolt-action sniper from a designated marksman, and that's you're going to get semi-auto. So being able to put quick follow-up shots on something is pretty great. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the Polarstar. Big thing about the Polarstar is if you put it in a standard body, you're going to get to use standard Aeg hop-ups, standard barrels, standard magazines, so all of that's the same. If you already have a body, you don't have to buy a new body. Something else to consider. They generally function really well in the cold. They have very fast trigger response, so you're able to put 2 to 3 rounds on target very quickly. And the consistency is excellent. That being said though, just because it's the new favorite doesn't mean it's the best. With the proper amount of tuning and the proper parts, you can take a spring rifle or an Aeg or a gas gun and make it just as good as a Polarstar, so that's something to consider. But overall, right now, it's the new favorite. My big thing about it is it's also super light, so it's easy to carry around, so it's something else to consider. Other than that, we're starting to wrap up Marksman Month, so keep an eye out for the winners of the contest. This has been Anthony. Check us out on Facebook, check out our website, and check out our YouTube channel. Have a good night. Kill it.
One take.
One take. Now, you're going to cut over pictures of me because I'm fidgeting and reading from the paper, so.
And umming.